Post-Purchase Pro Podcast. This is the only podcast that dives deep into post-purchase marketing to help Amazon sellers increase sales, ranking, reviews, and profits. It's everything that happens after the initial sale that makes a difference. We call this the back end. And here we are again, Seth. How's it going?
I love it, Sean. So
welcome to the Post-Purchase Podcast, Seth. Again, I see you again twice already today, and we have another special guest, don't we? My name is Sean Hart. I'm one of your co-hosts. That's Seth Stevens. You already know, the man who needs no introduction. Seth, what do we have today?
Sean, we have an exciting one. Every week we get to dive into, the stories and strategies from entrepreneurs around the industry. We have an exciting one right now. We have Arlen. Go ahead and bring him into the show. He is the founder, of OSI Affiliates. Arlen, I'm super excited to have you here. You're also a fellow podcast host. We're just talking about that, so I'll let you give a shameless plug for your podcast because I know you talk about marketing and driving traffic. So, Arlen, welcome to the Post-Purchase Podcast.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for joining me, Sean and Seth. I appreciate the opportunity, and I'm really excited to talk to you guys and your audience. And as you said, yes, I am the co-founder of OSI Affiliate Software. We provide an affiliate software platform for businesses that are doing online sales as well as offline sales these days. And so I'm also the host, as you mentioned, of the Ecommerce Marketing Podcast, similar podcast where I interview an e-commerce marketing expert, and we dive deep into the strategy of the week. So we cover a lot of digital marketing strategies. But yeah, it's great to be here.
All right. Well, like Seth said, welcome. Thank you for taking the time out. I'm sure our audience is going to be pleased to hear what you have to say, especially when it comes to digital marketing. Seth and I basically cut our teeth on marketing before the help of the internet or even Amazon or some of these amazing platforms that are now available today. So it's going to be a lot of fun jumping into OSI Affiliate Software and get a glimpse on the inside of what happens in House Arlen, and find out what you're doing out there to make waves in the industry.
Sure, yeah, definitely.
So, Seth, I know you have a couple of questions prepared for Arlen. Where do you want to start?
So, Arlen, the best place to start is at the beginning. So, when you got into the business, what led you down this path? I know we're going to be jumping into influencer marketing and how to drive traffic, and then how do you actually take that traffic and produce results like on Amazon, like a lot of our audience is trying to do right now. So where did you start, and then how did you discover this powerful platform and co-found OSI Affiliates?
Well, great. Thank you for asking. It's interesting short story. I'll try to make a long story short. As everybody knows, everybody's upbringing and background to where they are is kind of complicated. Nobody really has an easy journey. But mine started probably initially when I attended college. I went to Howard University in Washington, D.C. And interesting story, the co-founder of OSI Affiliate Software, who is my best friend now, Tyreek Jeter, we met in college, and we discovered that we actually were from the same city, Evanston, Illinois, a suburb right north of Chicago. And we showed up on the first day of school. I'm like, hey, don't I know you? We weren't friends in high school, but we knew each other. We probably had some classes together, but we weren't friends, and we probably had friends of friends. And so we like, hey, weren't you from Evanston? And he's like, yeah. And so we just both happened to be in the computer engineering major and same class, similar classes. And so we kind of hit it off. And so while we were in college, we decided, we said, okay, this is kind of early days of the internet. I'm talking when we were in school, this was like the mid 90s. The internet was kind of just taking shape. And so we both talked about launching a venture outside of college. And we knew the internet was going to be some aspect of it. One of the things that really kind of thrusted me into thinking about doing it, because we both graduated. We actually did start a company initially after graduating, but we decided to, we both worked for some consulting firms for a couple of years. And got a lot of experience. I did a lot of web development. He did a lot of programming and coding on various platforms. And so, at that time, we were putting the framework for creating a web development agency. And one of the things that really kind of thrusted me to kind of go ahead and do it because I was kind of almost straight out of college and didn't have any business experience really. One of the things that kind of struck me was a kind of a situation that my parents had, or opportunity that my parents had when I was young. My parents actually had opportunity to invest in a Burger King franchise. And
Nice.
so, yeah, very interesting. And so they had some friends of theirs that wanted them to go in on this deal to purchase an actual franchise.
Your way, right away, right?
Right, exactly. And so they debated about it, thought long and hard about it, but they decided to pass on the deal because at that point they didn't want to, risk their savings and my brother and I's college education savings. So they decided to pass on it. They do regret it though, because that
That was going to
family.
be my question. Was that a good move?
Not really. For them, they regret it because their friends that went on to move into the business were very successful. They ended up purchasing other franchises, and
Uh-oh.
they've since retired. They're very wealthy at this point, and are
Sounds
kind
like
of
your father's Walmart stock sold like 40 years ago, right? Seth?
Yeah. Yep.
I can imagine. And so that was one of the things that motivated me. When I was out of college, I didn't have any responsibilities. I didn't have children. I wasn't married. And it was like, no, there's no time better than the present. So me and my business partner, Tyreek, decided to jump all in. We were able to get a contract to go I was able to go full time with the business, and I left my consulting firm. He joined me shortly after. So we just started to develop websites and custom web-based applications for businesses worldwide. We did some pretty unique work. And then we decided to pivot and create our own suite of web tools. And the affiliate software was one of them. Because actually one of our clients really wanted us to develop a word of mouth marketing solution for their own site. And so that's kind of how we were exposed to this whole referral marketing or affiliate marketing arena. And we saw the need for it. So we created our own tool and about 5 other tools. And so we went strong for several years with these 5 different solutions. And then the affiliate software was the one that really took off and started outselling the others. So we closeted the other solutions and then went full speed ahead with the affiliate software.
I
And,
love it.
the rest is history.
That's what I always say. Starve the ponies, feed the stallion. Sounds like what you did. I
Yeah.
remember back about 2007, it was the first time I heard the term affiliate program.
Mhm.
I had launched several physical product brands offline in my career. I'm 47 years old now, so I have a long history, a lot of notches in my belt. And I'll tell you, the guy approached me and said, "Hey, do you have an affiliate program?" And I thought, "What the heck is an affiliate program? What do you mean?" He
Right,
said, "Can I resell your stuff, drop ship from your inventory and get a commission for it?" And I said, "Well, yeah, that sounds good." So a lot of sellers out there, as we talked about a little bit before we went live, Arlen, our market and our audience are primary Amazon sellers
Yep.
growing physical product brands on the Amazon platform. And, we often talk about getting external traffic. As you know, Amazon's affiliate or associate program is massive.
Yeah.
And what we're huge proponents of, Arlen, is getting sellers to bring more traffic from outside of the Amazon platform
Exactly.
onto their listing, not only to produce more sales, but also Amazon rewards that external traffic with higher ranking. So, what advice do you have for our audience of Amazon sellers out there who are looking to bring more outside traffic via affiliate networks into their listing?
Well, great. And thank you for giving that breakdown of, kind of the audience. I appreciate that. And I definitely have some words of advice for Amazon sellers to bring outside traffic, because like you said, that's really what you want to do. People that aren't already kind of within Amazon and within the whole ecosystem and purchasing from Amazon sellers, you want to bring that outside traffic and a new audience to it. One thing that kind of rang the bell is, ring in my head is that you really all you really have to do is kind of look at what Amazon is already doing now and then just kind of model that. So what they're doing now, and I've seen this time and time again on Amazon. I'm a huge Amazon proponent. If you look in my one of my rooms in my living room, it's full of empty Amazon boxes that
Got
I
them
just haven't.
sitting right here too.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to break down and put in my recycle bin. So
Well, save them. You may need to ship back or return.
Yeah, exactly. I do got a few things I do got to return. So thanks for reminding me. But one of the things I noticed is that Amazon they have an influencer program, and so sellers have probably seen that, where you've seen different celebrities, people that are influencers promoting Amazon products. So they kind of have like a timeline, or kind of like a ticker, I guess you could say, and they're going through each product. They have that product there, or they've used the product, and they're talking about it and they're selling it. And this is powerful because Amazon already knows that what they're doing is they're leveraging that audience of sellers. I'll give you an example. I saw maybe a few weeks ago, her name is Candy Burris. She's a real housewife of Atlanta. And so she's a huge influencer on Amazon. And so she was promoting different products, going through the timeline, talking about the products. And basically what she's doing is anytime she goes live, she's posted in our social media handles and saying, yeah, I'm about to go live on Amazon. If you guys want to check out some cool products that I've used that are great, check me out on Amazon. Go to this link. And that's pulling people all from her audience, her viewers, people that were into her music career. She was in the group, I think it's Escape. People that know about her are getting pulled into that system. And so Amazon knows this. And so as a seller, you can do the same thing, where you can reach out to influencers and get them to promote your brand, and do this, for an incentive. Get them to do this for an incentive. And so the listeners and the viewers today are probably like, okay, I'm not going to be able to get a real housewife of Atlanta to promote my products. So where do I begin? That's not going to happen. I'm not at that level yet. But I would say don't fret, because one of the things that you can do, and this is why I like to always break down, is with influencers, there are a number of different categories of influencers. Candy Burris, the Real Housewife of Atlanta, these major celebrities and musicians and entertainers, they're at what I would consider to be the mega influencer level. Those are people that have a social following of 1 million plus followers on any given social network. So that's really most businesses are going to be able to start there and get those people to promote, because those people, of course, are going to command a large commission in exchange for their time and for their promotion.
Right.
So what you can do, I say the sweet spot in influencers are the micro influencer category. And these are influencers that have a following of anywhere between 10,000 to 50,000 followers on any given network. Okay. The powerful thing with these influencers are, these type of influencers are, because they're not at the mega level, you're not going to have to pay them, of course, the largest of a commission. They have a sweet spot when it comes to followers, because they're at the level where they have really true solid engagement with their followers. These are people that have probably followed them for a while. A lot of people have been in their network for years and years. They may personally know a lot of them. When they do comment on things and they go back and forth, there's true engagement. And so you're going to get a lot stronger engagement with the micro influencers, and the people that are their followers will tend to trust them a lot more. So anything that they promote, they're going to get a lot more loyalty. And that's Arlen, where you want to start.
Question of the hour: how do I, as a seller, influence the influencer and get them to promote my product?
Great question. That's the $1 million question, of course, that I know everybody's thinking. How do we make it happen? So to find that influencer for you, there's a number of different strategies and tactics. One I'm using, it's pretty simple, and it's just about searching the social networks for specific hashtags to find those influencers and doing your due diligence. I'll give you an example. I was telling you, Sean, I'm originally from the Chicago area, and so Chicago is a pretty big fashion city. People don't really think of it. A lot of people think about New York, they think of LA, but Chicago has a large, I guess you could say, fashion conscious community. And so if you were to go on to Instagram, and let's say you're a fashion brand, you're selling, let's say, women's fashions or maybe clothing, and you're wanting to try to get some influencers in the Chicago area. If you go to Instagram right now and do a hashtag search, just do a search and type hashtag Chicago fashion influencer or Chicago fashion blogger. I did this search a couple days ago, and I got about, I think, close to about 30,000 results. And so what that's saying is that there's at least 30,000 people that have used that hashtag in their post. All you had to do as a brand, go to each of these profiles, task this for somebody on your team, go through these profiles, do the due diligence, see how many followers they have, see how much engagement they have, when was their last post, and then if what are they promoting? Are they promoting products that are kind of in the same sphere as
Right.
my product? And if it meets those categories, do that outreach, shoot your pitch, send them DMs, look for their other social handles, try to find their emails, and then present yourself, present your brand, and let them know the opportunity, that you're going to have for them, for promoting your brand, and how you would be able to incentivize them for promoting your brand. So I think that's a great strategy. It's often overlooked as well. Not a lot of people do that strategy.
Well, Seth has got some great questions prepared for you, Seth, but I cannot help but ask, do you at OSI, do you help with this reach out?
We provide the platform to track any referred sales that are coming through, but we don't actually help out with the actual outreach. We provide a lot of guidance as far as these strategies, and we with a lot of a library of blog articles and other information that can help our customers, kind of fill their pot of affiliates and influencers.
I love it, Arlen. So when you described affiliate marketing as referral marketing, and then, I feel like our sellers are kind of in their own little marketing bubble, and they don't really think of like external traffic in the same way as like people that came from a different industry, and you came from a completely different, down a different path, right? So when you say referral marketing, you're talking about somebody is out there influencing, which is just a more well-known term today of referring a product. So if Sean calls me and refers me to buy a certain product, I'm way more likely to buy it. And that's what we have here with influencers today, which is, a great way to think about it. And so what you're trying to do is you're trying to find influencers, quote unquote, that can refer your product to their friends, which just happen to be their followers, right? So great, great twist on the wording, just so you can think about it a little bit better. So Arlen, you are dealing with the data side. Your software helps track the results of what's happening. So let's dig into like maybe a case study where you've helped some of these marketers out there get more traffic, and then you've actually seen what has happened to their business once they have actually implemented a strategy using influencers or referral marketing, as you call it.
Great question. And I'm glad you kind of broke it down. I'll kind of back it up a little bit. You talked about, of course, the referral marketing, getting these affiliates and influencers to refer your business. When you think about referral marketing, typically we're thinking about a business getting their customers to refer their friends and family, and that's kind of when you think about referral marketing. It's usually customers that have used your product and services to refer people they know. Affiliate marketing or influencer marketing, typically you kind of define that as people outside of your customer base. So these influencers, these affiliates, typically may have never even used your product. Maybe they have, but initially they may have never used your product, but they're still going to be promoting it to their audience, in exchange for a commission. As far as a great case study, I have a great one that I can tell you guys about that has been really successful with, not only driving traffic to their brand, of course, directly to their site, but one of the things that you have to think about with the affiliated referral marketing, if you're selling exclusively on Amazon, if you have your own site where you're selling your products and services, regardless of the fact that you're doing either or one or the other, affiliate and influencer marketing is only going to benefit you, because what it's doing is it's increasing your brand awareness. And so whether it's people that are finding out about you, no matter what they do, if they come back to Amazon, because these days, everybody does it. You hear about a brand and they have a website, but you're like, I'm going to go ahead and see if they're on Amazon. I'm going to go ahead and see, if it's on Amazon, because number one, The shipping, you can't beat it. The same day, next day, you can't beat it. The fact that you have the free returns, all of that, people have that mindset where it's just a lot easier to go through their platform. So they may have heard about your brand through one of these influencers, but 9 times out of 10, they're going to do what I've done. They're going to say, okay, I'm just about to go to, I'm going to go to Amazon. I don't have to go
That's what we
through.
all do.
Yeah, everybody does it. And so this is really going to help. So a great case study would be a brand that their name is CMOS Transformation. Now they very young company. I think at this point they're only about 2 years old, but they approached us when they provide an organic superfood. It's called CMOS. I'm not sure if your audience is familiar with it.
As in SEA?
Yeah, as in SEA, as in the ocean. CMOS. CMOS is a type of plant similar to seaweed that grows in the ocean, and it has a lot of vitamins. It's got a lot of medicinal qualities to it. It can help you lose weight. It can help your hair grow, help your skin. Tons of different benefits. And so there's a lot of companies that are selling it right now. But this company, CMOS Transformation, uses it. They came up with their special blend of this particular product, and they were already really kind of growing through word of mouth because it's a type of product. It's kind of in the supplement superfood space where naturally people use it. They see the benefits. They're going to tell their friends. And so when they came to us late last year, they were already having a huge word of mouth kind of contingent. And so they wanted to formalize that, double down on it by launching their own, affiliate program. And so they got our software, launched their affiliate program, and their sales just really just took off. I mean, they exploded. They exploded to such an extent that they were able to get on the show Shark Tank. So wow. they made it on Shark Tank. And yes, they got a deal with Mark Cuban and Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart was a guest shark.
Oh, man, I figured you'd say Randy Moss.
Okay. Right. And so they got
Hart, my brother from another mother.
Yeah, he's doing big things, not only in the entertainment space, but in the business
plans
world.
for him. I named my daughter Heaven, and he's got a Heaven Heart as well.
Oh, does he? Okay.
And so for all of my children, I bought their domain names.
Okay.
For Christmas.
Yeah.
So my daughter actually owns heavenheart.com. So I keep
Okay.
teasing her someday she'll be able to sell that to Kevin Hart.
Okay.
Because his daughter's going to want her own influencer channel.
You're right. Wow, I didn't know that. Yeah, that's a good domain to have for sure.
Let me ask you a question, but before you answer it, I'm gonna go to something else.
Sure.
So I'll give you a moment to think about it. But is it possible to launch and grow and scale a product and a complete brand and business with only using this affiliate marketing and influencer marketing? But before you answer that, listen to this. Hey there, it's Sean Hart. If you found the information on the Post-Purchase Podcast useful and impactful for your business, do us a favor and your colleagues a favor. Share this, like us, and let others know how to find us on your social channels. We'd sure appreciate you. Now let's get back to the show. Thank you. Speaking of social channels, so can I launch and grow and scale a business solely using influencer marketing, Arlen?
Yes, you definitely can. So if you're saying that, can I launch a business, run it, scale it and that's my only marketing tactic? It could definitely be done. I would say, it's a matter of getting the sweet spots. If you get those right influencers that really have the audience that gels with your particular product, I mean, your business can really grow exponentially, and you can really just kind of live off of that because, as you can imagine, it's really, like I said, leveraging word of mouth marketing. And so not only is it the influencer sharing and referring the friends of these followers of this influencers, and it's just going to keep compounding. So it's definitely doable. It's definitely possible.
You got to unmute first, Seth. Sorry.
So talking along here, Arlen. So in the Amazon space, the affiliate side of what you guys are working with is even more valuable. And a lot of sellers don't really realize this, but if I can get an influencer on Instagram or TikTok or an email, somebody who has an email newsletter, somebody like that, to send a promotion promoting my product on Amazon, what happens is Amazon sees that listing is attracting external traffic, and then they move it up in search results. So then naturally on Amazon, as you're scrolling through there buying whatever you're buying, you're going to be more likely to discover this product because Amazon's rewarding that listing for attracting attention to the platform.
Yeah.
So, where should people start off when they have a product, they're in business, they're selling, everything's going okay, but they want to take it to the next level? Where do you suggest to say, okay, here's a pocket of opportunity that I'm seeing across the board? Because you have an advantage. You get to see more data than most. So what's working right now out there in the e-commerce landscape?
Yeah, just to clarify, when you say what's working, do you mean as far as if you're looking to what specific tactic within affiliate and referral marketing is really working?
What platforms should we be looking at? Should we be looking at Instagram or TikTok or Facebook or email newsletters, or where am I looking for my influencers? And then is there any tactic right now within that is working better than you would expect, or better right now than in the past?
Great question. So yeah, I totally understand. So yeah, like I said, as far as finding and identifying the influencer, I mentioned in my example of the Chicago fashion blogger doing that hashtag search on Instagram. And so that's a great way to do it. It's really finding the influencer really is going to depend on your type of product that you have. I don't think there's a one size fits all. There's, of course, certain products that, depending on who the overall demographic is for the product, there's certain social networks that be more appropriate. So, of course, obviously, maybe let's say you're selling a product that skews more of a younger audience. TikTok would probably be, the place for you. Even possibly Instagram for sure, because there's typically a younger demographic there. If your demographic skews a little bit older, then Facebook, Twitter would be the route to go to try to find these influencers. And like I said, the hashtag shirts is a great way to do it. Set up your contacts, get their contact information, and just do your normal follow-up and outreach, and just kind of do your pitch. And that would be a great way to get a funnel of influencers exposed to your brand, and then kind of do your pitch and try to create the relationship. Now, once you've kind of got these influencers in house, as far as some tactics that I see that are really working out as far as having them grow your program is, you want to really leverage their audience in as many ways as possible. So things that I would always say is you want to make their job as easy as possible. So before even engaging them, I recommend providing and creating and going through the process of creating as many shareable graphics, social posts, you name it, anything that you think they're going to need to promote, providing for them, because you want to basically save them the time.
Make yourself easy to do business with. So we want all the different formats, the different ratios, size, dynamic, static, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
We are quickly running out of time. We went over here, but I have a two-part question, and then we'll jump into our fun segment. So two-part question. Number one, who is the perfect ideal client for your company, OSI Affiliates, and what kind of special offer have you created for our listeners today?
Great question. Yeah, I would say our ideal client is really any business that's selling online, that is looking for creating their own affiliate or referral program. Even if you're selling on Amazon, if you have your own direct to consumer website as well, that's, let's say, hosted on one of the popular platforms such as Shopify, Wix, you name it, we're fully compatible with them, and you can easily integrate. So I would say that's definitely an ideal customer that's has their own site on one of those platforms. And as far as a deal, we can definitely provide all of your listeners with a 20% discount on our monthly fee for any of our packages. I can provide that link to you guys. By the time that this ends, it will be live, and we can just go to osiaffiliate.com/, we can call it post purchase, /post purchase, to keep it simple. If you do that, you'll be able to it'll take you right to the pricing page showing the discount that you can get. So yeah, it's just osiaffiliate.com /post purchase. That code will be alive immediately following this broadcast.
All right, amazing. So, Arlen, we're a big fan of books around here. So, I'd like to know, given your history and everything that you've learned, has there been any books that stand out as particularly useful or you'd recommend that others in business would read?
Yeah, great question. Yeah, one of the books that really kind of changed my mindset on, you know, on how to network and what's the really goal of really meeting people, is a book called Never Eat Alone, and that's by the author Keith Ferrazzi. And then in that book, basically, he has a pretty methodical framework on the whole process of networking. Anytime you're going out to a networking function and you're meeting people, you're going to a conference, his whole concept really puts the focus on what you can do for that person that you're meeting, and kind of creating a relationship by offering up yourself, your services, your time, and building social capital. It's kind of a lot more into it, but his whole process is really kind of changed my method of thinking whenever I go out and I meet people and I go to networking events. And so that's one book that's really kind of definitely helped me out and changed my mindset.
Really, really good advice. So, last fun question, Arlen. In the world of growing businesses and scaling brands and whatnot, we're not in this for fun. We're in this because we like to make money, right?
Right,
So,
right.
speaking of money, what's something that you have personally purchased in the last year that some may see as a splurge, but you definitely don't regret the purchase?
Oh, wow. Great question. Something I purchased in the last 12 months. Let's see, might be a splurge. That's tough for me because I'm a spendthrift, I guess you could say. There's not a lot of things that I
You
purchased
didn't pay
that.
much for them floating shelves behind you. They're pretty cool.
No, actually, I got these from Amazon. It
All
wasn't.
right.
We got a really good deal on them, actually.
Some assembly required, I believe.
Yeah, a little minor assembly. But yeah, let's see. I would say, okay, the last 12 months, I bought I guess you could say, a fairly expensive mountain bike.
Okay.
Yeah,
Did you get the Specialized?
probably, what's that?
Did you buy a Specialized?
I actually sure did. Wow.
I have
I,
two of them sitting right in front of me here.
no, wow, it is a small world. Yep, I
The
bought
Taro. We got the Taro, me and my
uh,
wife both.
okay, gotcha. Yep, I bought
About
one.
$5,000 a piece. That's ridiculous, isn't it?
Wow. Yeah, I didn't go that high. Let's just say I went a few models below that, but I think it's probably one of the probably most expensive bike purchases I've had. Other bikes that I've had have been kind of the cheap low end bikes,
I
but I
love it.
just decided to step it up a notch. So I would say that would be
My
one.
first expensive bike was like $1,000, and when I had
Okay.
problems with it, I went in and the
Yeah.
bike shop said, "Well, you need to buy a little better bike." And I said, "Wait a second, this is the first time I've spent more than like $100 on a bike."
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
So I don't understand where you're coming from here, but you can see in the background, like see those two
Oh
bikes
yeah.
hanging up right there.
Yep. Wow. Good stuff, man.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing over here, and I love it. Honest to God, I wish it wasn't raining right now. I would take it for a ride. So definitely
Yeah.
a great investment. I'd
Exactly.
never heard of it, Arlen, and I was having beer with a friend of mine watching
Mhm.
our Colts football,
Okay.
and he started talking about his new job and basically does all the inventory placement for Specialized in the Midwest. And he's
Wow.
like, "I'll get you an employee discount,
Okay.
40% off." So I said, "Put me in. Let's
Wow.
go."
Yeah, you can't beat that.
Heck
I mean,
no.
you're gonna have to pass on his number, man. Well, next time I'm ready for an upgrade, I may have to hit him up.
I need to buy 2 more, so you're first after me.
All right. Awesome.
My
Awesome.
kids are crazy about them. They want their own, so
Yeah, they're great
cool.
bikes.
All right, Seth, you wanna do us a favor?
Yes. Thank you so much, Arlen, for coming on to be a guest on the Post Purchase Podcast. We really appreciate all your insight. Guys, go check out
No
Arlen,
problem.
OSI Affiliates. Definitely a great way to drive traffic. We use affiliate referral marketing all the time, so we definitely believe in it. osiaffiliate.com. Check that out. Arlen, thank you so much for being a guest on the Post-Purchase Podcast. I am one of your co-hosts, Seth Stevens. That's my other co-host, Sean Hart. We'll see you guys next time.
Rock
Thank
star.
you guys. I appreciate the opportunity.
Thanks.